I don't know if you guys noticed, but the Houston Rockets have been very, very busy ever since their season ended. You know what the reports have came out indicating the Rockets have been trying to do? They've been trying to make a major trade happen, a monumental trade for a number of different players. We've heard Kevin Durant. We've heard names like potentially LeBron James. We have heard names from each and every corner of the NBA league in terms of players that the Rockets would like to go after that are all-star level, superstar level. But time and time again, they failed to land each and every one of them. One of the stars that they were looking to go after, the Knicks got him. His name, Mikal Bridges. For weeks, for months, I felt like for the entire season, the Rockets have attempted to get Mikal Bridges on their team, calling the Nets at each and every instant that they could. Is Mikal available? Is he available? Is he available today? I'll give you half my roster. I'll give you Jalen Green. I'll give you this player. I'll give you that player. They didn't stop. They kept going and going and going. But unfortunately, they couldn't get a deal done because the Nets didn't care about anything they had to offer. But then the Knicks make one phone call because our president is Leon Rose. And what happens? What happens after that move is made? The Knicks do the impossible. We break the curse. We trade with the Nets and get Mikal Bridges on this team. And in the process, by doing so, we ruin, destroy all of the hopes and dreams of the Rocket fans and the Houston Rockets organization from trying to make a trade for Mikal Bridges. It was great to read this following report that came out a few days ago. Shout out to NBA Central for giving us this following information. According to them, the Houston Rockets were open to trading Jalen Green for star players such as Jimmy Butler, Mikal Bridges, Paul George, and Kevin Durant. The Rockets tried to trade Green to the Brooklyn Nets for Mikal Bridges, who was traded to the New York Knicks. Houston was also open to moving Green for Phoenix Suns superstar Kevin Durant, Miami Heat All-Star Jimmy Butler, and Paul George when he was on the Los Angeles Clippers, but now he's with the Philadelphia 76ers. So it's clear they went so hard this offseason to try to get another superstar on that team, a superstar that they can pair with their young talent to see what they could do together. I'm not sure why, because even if the Rockets made the trade for Mikal Bridges or for Jimmy Butler or for Paul George, what does that do for them in the West? What does that make them? A barely playing team versus the worst team in the league? That's the only thing I can see happening with that Rockets organization. I understand they want to try to capitalize on some of the young, good rookies that they have, but trying to trade for a superstar right now with the assets that you have, it just doesn't make sense. And I think because of the asset they thought they had, when you're a bad team, you think your picks are worth more than anything. So sometimes you don't want to give up all of those picks. But when you're a good team like the Knicks, you know you have to give up a lot to get the player that you want. The Knicks understood the assignment, and they did what they needed to do. The Rockets thought they knew and learned very quickly why you should never underestimate what reports and some rumors may say out there. Because if there's some people out there stating that the Knicks and the Nets have had conversations, starting to have conversations, or there are a number of reports out there stating that they're trying to make a trade happen for that specific player, and you're in the business, so you know that. Why are you continuously trying to go after that player? It doesn't make sense for you, and you give your fan base this false hope that you're never going to be able to deliver on. And that's exactly what happened with the Rockets. They tried every single method they could to give away Jalen Green and get that superstar. And now the Rockets, pretty much the same. Their roster, pretty much the same. Any difference? Pretty much no. And that's what they're going to be working with headed into next season. They didn't land Mikal Bridges. They didn't land Jimmy Butler. They didn't land Paul George. They didn't land anyone. And the Knicks were right at the center of it because they wanted Mikal Bridges more than any one of those players listed. And I know you guys know that. The reports about the Rockets' interest in Bridges goes back so long, so far. I think to the beginning of last season. That's how long they've wanted him. But they never got him. And when they were this close, the Knicks swoop in and we get him anyways from our rival. from our rival. They couldn't even do it, and they're in a different conference. Talk about not getting the job done. They didn't get it done, watched another team do it better, and watched all of their dreams get trampled on and stolen. Why? Because the Knicks are run by Leon Rose, and we have a competent front office now. We don't have those people in the front office that don't know how to get a deal done, don't know how to get a trade done, get fleeced each and every day. No, no, no. We're not that Knicks team anymore. We're the team that gets things done. And in the process, we break the hopes and dreams of other teams. And that's exactly what we did with the Houston Rockets. For me personally, I absolutely love it. Take away their hopes and dreams. That's what you're supposed to do. When you're in New York and you have the power to affect that, you do it. And in the process, get the final piece for your team. Bravo, Leon. Bravo to this Knicks front office. I haven't seen them cook like this in my entire lifetime. But now, each and every day, Leon Rose is feeding us very good. We're getting spoiled because we're getting very good plates of food each and every day. We are very well fed here in New York. Leon's done a very good job, and he's going to continue to do that exact same thing. So Danny says, Troy, do you think that Randle takes a discount on the new contract like Brunson? Very good comment, Danny. I appreciate you, my brother. I absolutely believe that Randle will be taking a discount. Again, I want to make that clear. Again, Julius Randle has always put this team before himself each and every time. He's even doing it now. According to reports from Ian Bagley of SNY, Julius Randle is telling the Knicks not to think about his contract extension, which is coming up in August 3rd. He's telling them, you know what I want you to do? I want you to go out there and I want you to get that backup center. I want you to get that backup center, get him on this roster, and make sure we're a better team because of it. You don't do that if you're worried about your dollars. You don't do that if you're worried about the money that you're going to be making. You don't do that if you only care about yourself first. Julius Randle clearly cares about one thing, and it's the Knicks moving forward in the right way and making sure that the Knicks are set up to make some noise next season. Is he going to take a lesser contract? Absolutely. He's still going to make a lot of money. It's not like he's going to take less money than he's making now. He's going to make significantly more money than he's making right now with his next contract. But it's not going to be the max, in my opinion. It's going to be less than the max, and he's going to do it to help this Knicks roster. Now, could the Knicks surprise me and they sign him to a contract extension this summer? Absolutely. Brunson just did it. That one kind of surprised me, even though I thought it might happen. The Randle one, I don't think it's going to happen. But of course it could happen, and it could surprise me. And if it did, and the Knicks double down on Randle now, and he has an amazing year, the contract could look like a steal. If he doesn't, it could look like a very bad contract. That's why I think the Knicks wouldn't want to do that to themselves. They would want to wait, see how Randle comes back after injury, and then once they verify how that looks, then and only then will they give him a contract. And that contract is only going to be based off of all of the money that he's going to possibly be making as his playoff performance shines and his regular season performance shines. If he's not a great regular season player and he's not a great postseason player, he's not going to get a lot of money and he's not going to be able to get the contract that he wants. So there's two sides to this. Yes, he's going to get a contract extension. Yes, he's likely going to take less, but take less to an extent because he's still going to get paid a lot of money. But I still think he's going to help the Knicks in that flexibility because at the end of the day, it's always been Knicks for him, and he's always tried to help this roster. If you enjoyed these clips from the live show, be sure to subscribe to the channel and have notifications turned on so you don't miss any new episodes or when we go live. Thanks for watching, Knicks fans, and until next time, peace.